do.
Welcome back to another episode of Ballers Union. Today we're doing our little 3-on-3. We got Goldie running his point forward. Giovanni is filling the blank wing. And we got Smash holding down the paint and setting hard body screens.
We ain't bench him yet.
No.
we ain't found a replacement center yet. God, no.
Not yet.
Still got 5 fouls, coach.
We got to move him on over, man.
5 fouls to give.
How's everybody week been going?
Oh man, mine's good, man. No complaints over here. Work, and more work. That's about it.
That's all it is, man. But it's good, you know.
That's good. All right, let's start off with baseball. Baseball opening week. We had opening day performances. How did the Mets do, Goldie?
2-2, baby. We split with the Braves, so we in that thing. We in it. It's a tight race in that NL East.
Oh yeah,
it's a tight race.
2-2, right? Which,
yeah.
Okay. I see them. Okay, I see the Mets and the Braves over there 2-2 as well.
We know we're gonna pass the Marlins because they're on quarantine for the next 14 days.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. Yeah,
I mean, you see the Washington baseball team is in last place.
The baseball team, right?
Might as well do it just like the football, you know.
Right. Well, it's a long season, so it's gonna fluctuate, man. But I figure between the Braves, the Mets, if the Marlins can stay healthy, and the Nationals, if they wake up, I think it's gonna be a 3 or 4 horse race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my team is sitting comfortably in first place. Kyle Hendricks gave a great opening day performance, complete game shutout.
Does that count? The Cubs?
Yeah, the Cubs count. The season counts. You know what I'm saying? And the Cubs been doing pretty good except for their bullpen. Their bullpen's a little suspect, but Chatwood played a good game, pitched a good game. Lester killed as well. So we playing against 2 powerhouses, the Brewers and the Cincinnati Reds. Well, actually, everybody in the National League Central is pretty much a playoff contending team.
Did you say powerhouse and Cincinnati Reds in the same sentence?
Yes. Do you keep up with baseball?
Yes, I keep up with it enough to know that the Cincinnati Reds are a powerhouse.
Oh man, you'd be surprised. That's a scary team right there.
Yeah,
you'd be surprised. So I'm very impressed with the Cubs, how they're opening up. Grandpa Rousey got them, playing hard, and we might go for another championship in my lifetime.
You'll be dead and gone. Maybe AJ might see one, but you sure.
Okay. Also, talking about National League Central and American League Central, Patrick Mahomes is part owner now of the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah.
Which makes him the youngest owner in any franchise or any sports.
I'm just waiting for them to say Patrick Mahomes is part owner of the whole state at some point. I mean, he can't. They hadn't won a Super Bowl in 70 years. So I mean, he's it's God, the Son, and then Mahomes. That's just the way it is up in that area, bro. That's not surprising to me at all, man.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure his dad's really proud because most of you know his dad was a MLB pitcher for 13 years as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's probably why he did it. But man, I'm telling you, I haven't looked at the TV today, but and being here in Kansas City, I'm telling you, Patrick Mahomes can literally go murder somebody, and they'll be like, "It's okay, it's okay,
it's no doubt.
Just let him go, let him go."
If he shot him, that's different. But if he stabbed him, we gonna let him make.
But that's good. I mean, I would like to see a little bit more athletes do that, but I think with the pay that he got from the Chiefs, I think that's just kind of investment from the city to put back into the Royals. So it's not a bad gig for him. So he went in all the way.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it's good.
He might be the only one that ain't had a bad 2020.
Yeah, I mean, you think about he come in with 500 plus mil, then he cash out a little bit of that and go buy part of the Kansas City Royals. Yeah, his 2020 is pretty bright right now.
It's almost like
bright.
a episode of Ballers, ain't it?
Right.
Right. Talking about 2020 and mishaps and COVID and all the other stuff. The Miami Marlins had to cancel their opener due to COVID.
It's a good damn shame, man.
Yeah, they were playing the Phillies, so the Phillies are scheduled to play the Yankees next, and those games has been postponed as well.
So, yeah, they're on what? They're on a 10-day or something like that. They said the next week's games. They got to sit out for the next week's games. Yeah. So I don't know if they're going to make those games up or not.
Yeah, that's a good question. As far as everything is going, baseball made no indication that they're trying to cancel the season or anything like that.
Don't worry, COVID got that covered. Don't even worry about it.
COVID got it covered. I wish. Right.
I think that'd be all right. Are the players getting mad or or upset or something, Gio? Do you know? Because I thought I saw somewhere some of the players are like, we shouldn't even be playing. So
yeah, there's you have your players. It's the same as with the NFL. It's mostly the star players saying, "Hey, we shouldn't be playing," because they made their money. Right. Now for those that didn't, those that don't have their their money or their paychecks or whatnot, obviously they want to play because they got a family to feed.
Yeah, I mean, those. I mean, but you kind of look at it like those that do have their money. They're supposed to be a brotherhood. They're supposed to be in a union together. So sometimes, because of that fact, you have to sacrifice a little bit for your brethren. For those that don't have that paycheck, you got to bite the bullet for them and go ahead and play, man, so they can make their money as well.
Right. That's a great point you bring up because I don't know if you guys heard, but Kyrie Irving allotted
1.1 million.
No, 1.1 million or was it 1.5 million?
It's 1.5. Well, it doesn't matter because it's gonna as low as the WNBA salaries are. He got all their salaries covered for the year, I believe.
yeah. Basically, 1.5 million does cover. Yeah, it does. Man, it probably cover a whole team salary.
Yeah, the WNBA thank you.
Nah, y'all, man, come on, man. Y'all got me up here thinking for a minute, like, dang, is that low?
No, it is.
The highest paid players only making 250,000. So
no, less than that. 217,000 is the most they could get paid.
See, so at least five and a half players can get paid.
You said how much the least they can get paid?
217. 217. That's the most they can pay, not the least. That's the most they can get paid.
The lease is. I want to know what the lease is. Then the
lease is like 60,000. They bumped it up. They hooked them up.
So it ain't no millionaire WNBA players.
None.
I mean,
unless they got endorsements or they play overseas.
Wow.
But should there be Smash? Exactly.
I don't watch WNBA. I ain't gonna lie.
And hence is why their salaries are so low.
But it seems like
I get the revenue part, but are they getting properly advertised? You know what I'm saying?
No, but I think this is where it might be good for the NBA players to kind of see if they can get part ownership in those teams or something because if they promote it, it'll be better. You know what I'm saying? Like more people will watch it if
I don't know
if you're LeBron on the Sparks or part of it or something.
The only way it's going to be popular if LeBron is playing. It's as much as I want equality between the two sports. I mean, you got to understand that there is a big difference between the popularity of the two games. So until they can find a way to make that game better and more exciting and draw more fans in to draw more revenue, then I really think it's on the lines equitable. I mean, I know they make more money overseas because it's more popular overseas, but in the States, I mean, the WNBA is like an afterthought, really.
No, I think it's just bad advertising, bad marketing. Just recently, ESPN just agreed to pick up 13 more games for the WNBA. And the reason why I say it's bad marketing and all that, because I'll take another women's sport, women's soccer, the women World Cup team. They're popular. They're people. Those are only in America. They only watch them play, and the men's are garbage. But yet their pay is lopsided as well.
They make less than the men, right?
Like a fraction less of what the men make, but they're the one that sold all the jerseys. They're the one that had everybody tuning in. They won back-to-back World Cups.
But that's because they were good. But how many? But you got to think about how much revenue, even though they're the top of their game, how much revenue are they actually drawing in to be able to be paid that much? I mean, I would really think. Don't get me wrong. I want to see them get paid on I don't know if on an equal level, but close to it. But at the end of the day, it's a business, and business wise, you don't want to go in the red trying to pay just to play players. I mean, you have to have these sponsors come in and say, "Hey, we will sponsor on a level of the NBA." I mean, you got to think about it. They got NBA sponsors sponsoring the cups, the drinks. You know what I'm saying? They got the back pads for the goals. I mean, there's so many different sponsors that are out there that are contributing to the pot to be able to give to these players and give the revenue that they earning. The WNBA has to do that too. So we got to kind of fault the WNBA for not running out, going and get all the sponsors that they need so that they can up this pay.
Well, they're under the control of the NBA, so the NBA dictates.
Yeah, but how much money? How much money you really think that they're going to invest into this? I mean,
they're just a TV deal away from making money. Because another example, the Yankees, they got their own TV station for baseball, and if you look at their baseball team, their payroll is ridiculous. Their payroll is more than like 3 teams combined.
Yeah, but you have the audience to sustain that. Whereas the WNBA doesn't have that audience to sustain that. I mean, I'm all for them getting paid. I really think it's totally lopsided. But from a business standpoint, it's not economically feasible for them to do that. I mean, they have to figure out a way to generate more revenue so that they can get paid more. Right. And that's just the bottom line. I mean, my thing is do it like we was in high school, man. The JV played before the varsity. So right now they're both playing simultaneously. If they really wanted to make it really live, they should have put the women before the men and let them play before the men, all in the same bubble. And then they'd have had the fans that for the NBA, they'd have had those fans as well. I mean, so you're partially right, Jill. It's piss poor marketing, because you think about it, they could be in the same bubble together and still playing, and everybody would be watching those games.
Right. Actually, they're not even. They're only a 40-minute drive away from each other.
Exactly. So it's like they're really an afterthought. They're like, okay, here's a bone, and that's good enough for you guys. We'll see you later. Back to the NBA.
Then why even have a WNBA then?
Well, I don't even know.
I mean, we need a women's league now. Don't get me wrong. We definitely need a women's league.
They got some players too, like that rookie Sabrina.
Yeah.
She plays for the New York Liberty. She's a walking triple-double. She broke college records.
Again, lower that goal to 8 feet, 9 feet, and watch the game change. It'll be more exciting. More women to be dunking. It'll be more of a man's game, like a man's game. They lower that goal a little bit.
Well, I agree with that. Also, to start off the season, the New York Liberty and the Seattle Storm walked off the court before the national anthem, showing their respect for social justice, or or showing their protest for all the social injustice going on for women and blacks.
I'm all for it, but sometimes you let some other people handle that because you don't have that. Your window of pissing your sponsors off is really tiny, so you don't have much room to, piss your sponsors off. So I would probably leave that to my bigger brother, which is the NBA, and let those protests happen more than me doing it. But I applaud them. I mean, I applaud them for what they're doing, but I just don't want them to sacrifice, their revenue sources for social injustice, because it'd really be sad to see the ladies' game going under because of this.
Right.
Right.
And as well, the opening week for the WNBA happened as well. And of course, my team is undefeated.
Who's your team?
Chicago Sky.
Who's your team?
It looked like the Washington Mystics #1 to me.
No, they play more games. They're undefeated as well too, but we're not worried about them. We're undefeated.
Just 1-0. I thought y'all played. You just 1-0, man.
Right, I'm gonna clean off my glasses. Like, wait a minute, you only played one game.
One game.
Hey, we take these small victories.
That's a real small victory.
Which one of those losing teams did y'all play?
They played Connecticut Sun.
Does it matter? Hey, don't feel the Atlanta Dream is 1-0 as well. Smash, so there you go.
Hey, I'm happy for him, but it's just one game.
Right. He gonna temper his excitement anyway. He's an Atlanta fan. He ain't gonna get too excited.
That's how much sports been missing. We getting excited over one game.
Women's basketball. Like that.
Yeah. You better believe it. Yep. And then in boxing, Estrada, I don't know if you've seen this. Estrada had like one of the quickest knockouts ever. It was a 7-second knockout. The other lady was a mom. I don't know. She looked like an amateur going against the champ.
Man, that was. I was fearful for her life because she got when you talking about getting starched. She got real starched. She was just like, gone.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad, bro. Like, did you even train for the fight?
How much did she make?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough to threaten my life like she got knocked out.
I mean, 7 seconds. If she made a nice little change, it might not be. It's not bad.
It went ding, and then she fell to the floor.
Yeah, I saw her fall.
And she probably got her hands up maybe like once.
I think that was a spasm, not even her trying to get her hands up.
Man, I was like, oh my God. Yeah, but I'm excited, man. We don't talk much boxing, but I'm excited for boxing while we're there. That's some really dope fights getting ready to happen on Showtime.
Oh yeah. So talking about moving along, the NFL have a list of players opting out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So far, like the New England Patriots, they have at least 6, I counted. So there's 2 types of opt-outs. There's voluntary and there's high risk.
So how are they deeming which is which? I mean, how are they deeming which is high risk? What are they saying is high risk?
So if you had a pre-existing condition, it could be anything as far as your asthma or high blood pressure or stuff like that, which basically every lineman in the NFL has high blood pressure.
That sounded kind of shady to me.
But it's they basically all have high blood pressure.
I mean, you look at that list. You're talking about Andre Smith, offensive line, DeAnthony Thomas, Jordan Mack, Eddie Goldman, Maurice Kennedy, whatever his name is. I mean, the list is not Devin Funchess. I mean, it's not anybody that you're gonna really miss. New England has the highest amount of players that are about to be missing.
Right. Yeah. So this one right here is the voluntary opt-out. So you had to send in your letter, before training camp and all that. And this is, I guess, you don't want to be at risk for your kids or family or whatnots.
Yeah. I mean, you look at Dante Hightower's going to opt out. That's huge for them, man. That's their starting linebacker.
Yeah. Chance Womack, he's a starter. Seattle already has a bad line, so any loss is that.
I mean, it's not nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see this being a major for New England. I see it being a problem, but Atlanta has nobody. Arizona doesn't have anybody. Chicago they say the whole team is an opt out, but only Eddie Goldman is listed right now. So
right. Well, Pierce, he just signed a big contract with the Vikings this offseason, and he opted out for high risk.
Really?
Yep.
But all it's gonna take is like 1 or 2 games to be played, and they'll get back in.
No, you can't. So there's a lot of red tape you got to go through to get back in. Another offseason signing, Goodwin for the Eagles. He opted out. The Eagles need wide receivers because none of them could catch.
Well, that's cold. But yeah, I mean, I don't. Besides Chance Womack, besides the New England linebacker Dante Hightower, I don't see any reason why this list should even be a pressing issue, because there's really no marquee players on there, but 1 or 2 that really is going to be like, you'd be like, man, if Patrick Mahomes would have come out and say, I'm sitting out, then we have a problem. But players on that stature, but other than that, play ball, man, play ball.
I agree.
Right. Also, NFL Network is putting out their top 100 players in the NFL, and this list is all over the place. All over the place, to say the least. So at the moment, they're currently they got from 100 to 31. So where you guys want to start off at?
Start from the bottom.
All right. So we start from the bottom. Let's go ahead. Let's put the full screen for this list.
This is their top 100.
Oh shoot! Yeah. Yep. Having technical difficulties. Yep. So number 100. Yeah. So David they got him outside linebacker now for the Buccaneers. He's 100, so that's good. Then they got Waller, the tight end from Oakland. Brooks.
Is this people that are playing right now?
Yeah, these are people who are playing right now.
Oh, okay. Not all. Okay.
Yeah. Current players. Buda Baker at 97, Carson at 96, Frank Clark at 95, Kelsey at 94, Allen Robinson. He should be higher, but I digress.
Allen Robinson?
Yeah.
Why?
He should be higher because
he's Chicago Bear?
No, because he gets 1,000 yards without a quarterback. I don't know. That's a feat in all in itself.
I don't know. I would rather see this list broken down into positions versus top 100, because so many people do so many different things that it's kind of hard to say how impactful is like Darius Slay versus Buda Baker. Then they both are DBs, so you can kind of argue that. But when you have them all lumped together like that, Kyler Murray shouldn't even be on this list. I don't even know why he's even on this list. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't done anything to be even.
I don't think he played last. Did he play last year? Cup.
And how far you said they got to 31?
Yeah, it's 31. Josh Allen's better than Kyler Murray. Humphrey's 86. Actually, Humphrey was a shutdown corner last year.
Allen shouldn't even be on this list at all. I mean, you talking about a 2-year quarterback? How does he make the list?
And an inconsistent quarterback at that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the problem that I have. I mean, you have linemen mixed in with DB. You got DJ. You got DK Metcalf on the list. It's kind of hard to see him on the list. He had, a productive season, but top 100. I mean, I'm more than sure there's some solid vets that has way more productivity than him. That he'll probably be pissed off that, hey, well, how does it DK Metcalf make it, and I don't make it?
Right, like Myles Garrett. I don't know how he's 80. He should be higher.
Yeah, that I just think they stuck in the room. It's COVID going on right now. They stuck in the room. They just felt like doing something. I just think they threw a list together. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. I mean, got to be a better way to match this up.
Yeah, because this is Keenan Allen.
And then he was highly upset, saying, how is Goodwin? How is Mike Evans? How is Tyreek Hill better than him?
Well, I'll tell him Goodwin. I mean, I'll tell you like this. Mike Evans and and him are the same player. Y'all basically the same player, right? If you put them in, you put one in the Tampa Bay uniform and you put the other one in a San Diego Charger uniform, and don't change the names on the jerseys, you'll believe it's the same player. But somebody who's like Tyreek Hill, it's not even a comparison. The productivity from Hill is so much greater versus those two because they're just high point guys. Just throw it deep and let me high point the ball, red zone threats. So whereas Tyreek Hill can do so much more. He can do end arounds. He can go across the middle. He can run fly routes. He can return punts. He can return kicks. He's just so much more valuable than both of those guys.
Right.
No argument here.
Yep. And what about Goodwin? He's definitely way better than Goodwin.
Yeah. Goodwin shouldn't. I mean, Goodwin had what, one good season so far? I mean, and how does he make that top? That list is totally flawed to me. It is totally flawed. I don't see how they even thought that was a good idea to even do that. I mean, I would be more apt to agree with them if they, like I said, broke it up by positions. Linemen.
Yeah, by positions would be the best.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you can't say overall. It's too debatable.
It's too debatable. I mean, how can you rank a lineman over a DB? I mean,
yeah. Yep. And when we get to our last part in the NFL, is Jamal Adams. Got traded to the Seattle Seahawks.
My dude. Where is he from, Smash?
I don't know.
You know. That's why I wore the shirt.
Where he went? Louisiana State.
You know where he went.
So
DBU, baby.
That's debatable.
Yeah, I don't know. Florida State could make a
claim to what?
Claim to DBU University.
Fraudulent State University? No, they can't do that.
That'll be on the next show.
Nah, but I'm glad to see him. I'm glad to see a player has a chance to throw their weight around a little bit and get what they want. I mean, the owners always seem to get what they want. So it's good to see a player, regardless of my biases, that he gets a chance to play somewhere that he really wants to play versus the owners dictating to them where they want to play. And actually, what they gave up to get him wasn't much.
Well, a lot of people said they overpaid.
You think so?
No, I don't think so.
A third round pick. They got a corner. They got a defensive back. They got a safety back to replace him. A third round pick, and then what was it? A fourth round pick or something like that?
No, they gave up 2 first round picks.
Okay, so that's too much. I thought it was a third. I thought it was a third and a player.
No, so the Jets gave up a third round pick and Jamal Adams, and then
that's what it was. Okay,
and then the Seattle gave up this year's first round pick, next year's first round pick, and McDouglas,
which is a safety. Yeah. So I don't. Well, if you look at it, still this
not
way.
That bad though.
Yeah, if you look at it this way, if you're drafting a safety to replace to fill that void anyway, you're not going to find a Jamal Adams in that draft. So giving up that first round is kind of like over. It's kind of like null and void that trade. But that second round, I mean that second first, that's kind of shaky. I think I would probably gave up a first and a second, first this year and a second next year or something like that. But I don't think I'd give up 2 first rounders.
Right. Well, they also during that trade, Seattle also cleared cap space, which may or may not help them sign Clowney back.
Yeah, because Clowney has said that he's not adverse about going back. So they need him, man. They need all the defensive help that they can get. Yeah, they definitely need it. They got to contend with them. They got to contend with them 49ers, so they need all the help that they can get.
You think the 49ers are contenders?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they be?
I don't know. I don't like their quarterback.
See, that's just you just don't. Yeah. That's just you hating.
No, it's not me hating. He's like the dude literally went through the playoffs throwing like less than 20 passes in his games combined to get to the Super Bowl.
Hey, what's his name? What's the boy name from Baltimore?
Come on. Was it Jackson?
No. The quarterback when they won the Super Bowl. I mean, Trent Dilfer, he wasn't much anything. I mean, heck, Peyton Manning was a third of a Peyton Manning. He won a Super Bowl.
Man, why you on the Manning, man?
Hey man, somebody get a shot. Yeah. But the point is that you don't necessarily have to be you don't have to be a Patrick Mahomes to win it all. If you got that defense is really solid.
The defensive line is great. I'll give you that.
And you got that running game is vicious. So I mean, it's just got to be. He know his role. Just don't screw it up. So
right. Well, and there's the X factor. There's I'll let Smash indulge in this, but they got he's known as a choke artist. It comes big games. Is Shanahan.
That's his boy.
Well, man,
used to be his boy.
Man, that's why I don't even want to see them succeed at all.
So you have a lot of hatred to a lot of. So you can't stand Texas A&M because of who?
Jim or Dumbo Fisher.
Dumbo Fisher.
You see what he did, right? He went over there and put that school on lock. Now they looking stupid, right?
Hey man, it was a stupid move from the beginning. It's just A&M being stupid. But at the end of the day, your list of hatred is getting long. It's getting longer.
But hey, I see what Santa Claus go through. It's a lot of naughty and not a lot of nice.
He's equating himself to Santa Claus, Gio.
Hey, I'm just saying, like I got a lot of naughty. Yeah, Dumbo Fisher.
Hey, got his sled on 20s.
So
shenanigans instead of Shanahan.
We can't put them groceries. We got them 20s back there.
So it's safe to say the 49ers ain't gonna win the division, huh, Smash?
Nah. I mean, they might. The dude is a good coach, but he just, like you said, right now he can't get over that hump to win the big game. So
I mean, you gotta
gonna follow him for a while.
You have to admit that offense took a lull because he left.
Oh yeah,
it's not the same offense when he was there. So I mean, his worth is there. He has a worth. It's just that his worth is now for San Francisco, not the Falcons.
The Falcons.
So that's a good thing.
I know y'all can't spell and talk right in New Orleans.
Hey man, Falcons.
Hey, little known fact though. Little known fact. People from Louisiana or New Orleans or in that area, I'll say for sure, they can't pronounce TH words at the end. You know how you say math?
Math?
They say mat.
Well, I mean, it's just like y'all. Every word is one syllable.
all right, guys.
Every word is one syllable. So
sorry, Gio. Sorry.
Yeah, moving on.
We'll reconvene that on our show, brother.
All right. So moving on to the NBA, we have a lot of players leaving the bubbles, and they have family excuses, or I don't know. They just have they have their permission slip to leave the bubble, and who knows what? Like one of them is Austin Rivers. So why did he leave the bubble? So you down there in Houston?
They're acting like children, bro. I mean, you had enough time to take care of all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have a significant other. I know you're paying somebody some outrageous amount of money to handle your personal affairs. This is no excuse, man. I really can't give any of these guys excuses. You know, you got Sweet Lou, who's supposed to go for a family emergency for a death in the family, and not excusing, not taking anything away from that. But you mean you can't go from the funeral and get back to the bubble like you're supposed to? You got to stop at the strip club to get some wings. I mean,
man, have you seen those wings though?
Hey,
listen, it doesn't matter, man. You got your job. This is your job. Now, if they were to sit around and fire him, then he'll be pissed off.
Man, but look at
wings do look good.
Man,
I got to get in the screen right there.
That look like something you get from the gas station, bro. And anyway,
come on,
listen. I've been to many strip clubs in my day, but I'd be damned if I'm eating some wings from a strip club. Keep your ass dust to yourself. No,
strip
man.
Club has the best
kitchen
food
in the back, man.
I'm not mixing my food.
So
With,
Let me ask y'all a question.
With the glitter girls. Nah, you keep that.
You don't supposed to eat next to
them
the
fries,
girls.
man. Look at them fries, man. It look like they bought them fries from Costco. There's nothing exciting about that, bro.
Man,
so
that's lemon pepper wet.
What if during COVID, if food places were essential, you always could go pick up food. Was he in the wrong? Because all he was doing was going to get some wings.
No, he wasn't.
He can't help what's going on the side.
There was a guy who put up a photo of him in the strip club. They wasn't allegedly. He pulled it down. He admitted it that he pulled. He said, but the guy said it was an older photo, and he was in there and basking in the ambiance of Magic City. So
did he maintain 6 feet?
But the point is,
did he have his mask on?
Right. Did he get more than 100 ones?
So this is my thing. If social distance is good, the government put out these restrictions for social distance, and he abide by those restrictions, then he should be okay in the bubble, right?
No,
that's what the government experts put out.
No, Gio. Let's listen. If you're making millions of dollars and you telling your employer that I'm going to this funeral and I'm going to make my way back, right? Would you chance that money to just go to get some freaking wings from a Magic City? Come on, bro.
So
let's be real. I mean, you had to leave the airport. You had to leave the airport, drive to Magic City to get these wings. I mean, you probably passed up 13, 14 wing establishments to get it. And that's about what it equates to. Titties over titles. That's about what it equates
to. So let me ask you a question, because I don't know and this is real. Do they get in trouble?
No, he just got to quarantine.
He's costing his team. He's costing his team 2 games. That's what he's costing his team by doing it.
So I say, as well, maybe if they want to be strict on it, fine them. If they're gonna break the bubble, fine them. They fine them for all other little things when the regular season's going on.
I mean,
so you got this strict bubble that can be everybody else's health. Go ahead and fine them.
I don't agree with fine them. I just wish that they stop acting like little kids, man, and just do what you got to do, man. There's enough time for you to have like he had to go to a funeral. I understand that, man. You have to break the bubble to go to a funeral. But all these other guys who you don't know what their reasonings are, but these are things that you can. Come on, man. You mean you can't spend 3 months in quarantine to play basketball, and you got all these? You got to leave for this, got to leave for that. Come on, man. It just seemed real suspect to me.
Here you go. If they do something, if they break the bubble, fine them and donate the money that they were fined to the WNBA.
There you go. I like that. Hey. So let's find them for everything.
Modern day problems with modern day solutions.
Right, there you go, man.
See, Smash was here for more than the hat rack. There you go.
Trying to help the WNBA, man.
Hey, bro.
They gonna have a
Sweet Lou, get them wings and that fine to the WNBA, please.
WNBA gonna have a little pool sheet on who gonna break the bubble next. I bet it's Braun.
Whoever wins gets the money, huh?
Yeah.
Your team get a bonus.
It's team sharing. It's just shared across for everybody, man. Good solution, Smash. Good solution.
So, and this is another question I really don't know, but the WNBA isn't in a bubble though, right?
Yes, they're in the bubble.
Okay.
Well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like, they're just more mature, I guess.
Exactly. Thank you. You don't hear, I gotta go here, I gotta go there, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that. Come on, man.
We go back to they're not being, or we can go back to they're not popular and nobody cares if they leave the bubble or not.
Yeah, the whole team probably left. And we wouldn't even know it.
Oh man.
We wouldn't even know it. Got a point there, Gio.
Yeah, you do. You make a valid point.
Yep. In other NBA news, the New York Knicks gave a 5-year deal to Tom Thibodeau to be their next head coach of their basketball team.
This is not going to end well. And Gio, I know that's your boy.
Yeah, he gets a bad rap all the time.
I know that's your dude, but this is one thing about Thibodeau, man. he is a good coach. Don't get me wrong. He is definitely a good defensive-minded coach that's going to try to get the players to play hard. But then there's always going to be that situation like him and what's his name from the Heat? What's his name, Jill?
I know you
Jimmy
talking
Butler.
Jimmy Buckets. It's gonna be a situation like that where that strong arm is not going to rub well with some people. And
Jimmy Butler liked that. He embraced that. He loved that about Tibbs, and he brought it to the locker room and he brought it to practice.
Yeah, but it ended badly. It ended at the end of the day. He didn't get what he wanted, so it ended badly. And part of that reason was that Tibbs was being a hard ass. I mean, if Tibbs
wasn't the reason.
If Tibbs can lighten up a little bit, if he can lighten up just a little bit and let grown men be grown men, I take it back. You know what? I take it back. The way they leaving this damn bubble, good hire, Tibbs. Great hire. These guys need some discipline. I take it all back. I'm contradicting myself here. They need that style leadership.
Yeah, the whole Minnesota thing. I'll tell you about Chicago. The whole Chicago thing. Tibbs could have won the NBA. Like they went on a press conference, they went on television and stated he could have won the NBA championship and still would have got fired for basically not being a yes man. You know what I'm saying? The front office said we didn't care if he would have won an NBA championship, we still was going to fire him. You know what I'm saying? So that's the situation in Chicago. Then the situation in Minnesota was, you're right, he's hard on players. He rides his players, and he was too hard on Karl Anthony Towns. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, the guy's a little soft, you know? And that's the reason why Butler got kicked out of there for being hard on Karl Anthony Towns. Tibbs got kicked out of there, even though he gave them their first playoff berth since Garnett.
I don't. It's New York, man. I think New York, until that owner dies or sells a team, it doesn't matter who's going to be the coach there.
That's just true.
I really don't think that's going to make the difference.
That's where I was going to go with the owner.
I'm just glad that, like, my boy Mark Jack didn't get that job and Jason Kidd didn't get that job, because they'll just be spinning their wheels, man. I mean, the coach that they had before, he was only there for what, 2 seasons? And you want the man to make a miracle, and you don't. I don't know, man. New York is a mess. It's just a big.
Yeah.
New York ain't really been popping since Patrick Ewing and them, huh?
They ain't been popping since
Allen Houston.
Yeah, Houston had it going for a minute.
So, Insanity, Melo. Don't forget about Melo.
That 10-day contract, huh?
Hey, you want to know a fun fact?
Fire.
You want to know a fun fact? The New York. I wish BTG was here. The New York Knicks won a playoff game. Let me see how can I word this properly. So the New York Knicks won a playoff game. The last is ahead of like a year or whatever time than the Lakers. So the Lakers have a drought on winning a playoff game, and the Knicks time cycle is shorter than that. The New York Knicks. That's with Carmelo Anthony.
Hey man, that just explains what we all been saying the whole time. It's just a mess, man. The program is just a mess. You bring Phil Jackson over there, and Phil Jackson was just like, stealing money without a gun. He really, so. But he did. I can't say that because he did bring.
No, he did good.
Yeah, he did bring. He did bring. What's his name there? That's playing in Dallas now.
Yeah, he brought him. He did good. It's just that owner, and that's why I think
the owner, man.
Yeah, Tom Thibodeau's not going to succeed because he's not a yes man. We established that, and that owner's going to be like, "Hey, I'm the owner. I got I guess plantation mentality, whatever. I own you. You do as I say."
Right.
And that's not going to rub Thibodeau the right way. That's not going to rub Mark Jackson the right way. It's definitely not going to rub Jason Kidd the right way. So,
well, good luck, Knicks. Good luck.
I ain't even gonna wish him good luck. Keep doing what you're doing. I need my Hawks to go.
Good luck, Tibbs. Good luck.
Yeah.
Because you don't need it.
All right. So we posted this in the Twitter page and on the Facebook page. and I want to get your guys' input. Which franchise? Let me make this bigger. Which video game franchise would you revive?
Do we have to put this up, Jill?
I already know what Gold D gonna say.
Yeah, we know what he's gonna say.
This is so easy. This is like a no-brainer right here. It's NCAA football, no doubt.
It'll be fight night for me.
Okay, and I'm going with ESPN NFL 2K.
Really? Yeah. I thought you were at least gonna go with MVP baseball. Or...
Nah, I figured you go with NBA Ballas or something.
No, the show is great. The show is a great baseball game as well.
What was the Def Jam game?
The fighting game, yeah,
with the celebrities and rappers and stuff.
Yeah,
and Raekwon and Method Man, all them on it.
Yeah, I think it was called Def Jam.
I never played the NFL 2K. Was it good?
Yeah, it was awesome, good. Man. It was good, but the reason why I say NFL 2K is because it would have been competitive. It will keep Madden in check. Because now Madden just puts out trash. Like you could go back to Madden on PlayStation 2, and the franchise mode had 1,000 more features.
Wait a minute.
1,000 more features than a PlayStation 4.
Can you say that again for me, Gio?
You could go to the PlayStation.
No. You said Madden what?
Madden is trash. That's what he wants to say.
You said Madden put out what?
Trash.
1,000 more features on the PlayStation 2.
You want to say trash?
Nah, I wanted to hear that trash. Don't worry. I got it. I got it recorded.
You got the sound bite?
See, that way gotta go womp womp. But I mean, I agree with if NCAA football wasn't on that list, I would totally agree with you on the 2K thing. But NCAA, I think if they get a way to revive that franchise, it's going to break the bank. I mean, it would be the best selling game higher than Madden, I think, right now.
Hey, one of the things I looked at when this was put in the group and all on pages and stuff, I saw that it seemed like EA went down. Like EA was the top sports game. If you had a game, it was EA, whether it's baseball, boxing, whatever. But now it seems like nobody's just producing good sports games anymore.
Well, because
maybe 2K, but
they monopolized.
They monopolized it. So
I mean, it's hard for people to even want to get into that genre of gaming because, like right now, the NFL. What is it? NFL? Yeah, the NFL right now has given EA the exclusive simulation rights, but everybody else can make like NFL Street stuff like that. So you're not really getting the full competition that you want from them to make a better game because it's kind of the NFL and EA are in cahoots with each other.
Yeah.
But you think about that NFL 2K was just the fact that. Like right now, you hit the speed burst button and the men just running and they gas out, right? Well, for somebody who was like a running back at the time, somebody like Herschel Walker was on the game, right? You'll run the ball, run the toss sweep with them, and you can power up that speed burst and hit the button and he'll truck that DB, which is realistic, right? Well, if he tried to do that to a defensive lineman, it had so many innovations in that game. The off-field, the franchise mode was so more in depth than EA. They had competition, man. They had to do what they had to do to keep themselves alive because 2K was on their tails. Just like 2K put NBA Live out of business, they were going to put Madden out of business. So they did right.
True.
They did right.
This is true.
Okay.
And then Smash, why you wanted Fight Night back?
Oh man, I used to love Fight Night, man. I was buying them left and right. Like I don't know. I think Goldie used to play too, but Fight Night, it was never every fight that I had when I built my player, it was never really a fight that I just won. Like in a football game, you can win easy, but them Fight Night games, I felt like I was really fighting.
I could not. I would get to a Fight Night. I would get into the top 10, and I could never get into the top 5.
That's what I'm talking about. Like Fight Night was hard. Like you had.
Yeah, I agree with you because I remember calling up my friends and my cousin. I'm like, hey, how do you get past this guy? They're like, oh, you got hit him in the body. You know what I'm saying? Or he's weak on the left. You know what I'm saying? Like you really had a game plan for these boxers.
And that's what I liked about it because like it helped me even enjoy real life boxing more because like you're saying, like some players you had to go to body. Some players you had to like be on defense like Floyd, watch and then throw your jab. So it just made me more intense with boxing. So and I took that and when I watched boxing, I was like, man, like this is real. Like it was one of the most realistic games because like most games you can manipulate and you can find the glitch. Every game got a glitch. But I never could find the glitch in Fight Night.
Man, I would breeze through, create your player, breeze all the way through. I get to that top 10. It was something I just could not break that top 5. So I still play it to this day on the PS2. I still play it. But again, and that game came out what 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and I still haven't broke the top 5 yet. I'm still trying to.
Hey, you need to go get Don King or something.
Yeah, you know what's also good is that YouTube and cheats and glitch and these contact creators weren't around back then either as much.
Yeah, so you had to, you had to rely on your friends, and it wasn't. Yeah, it's kind of a cheat at this point because like right now you can play Madden and there's so many cheats that's out there. It kind of take away from the enjoyment of the game because there's so many cheat codes. But that's just the way the evolution of gaming has gone.
I mean, every game got a glitch. I mean, if you can, I'll start with the first Nintendo double dribble. You get in between them little hash marks. You know you were gonna shoot them threes.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So every game got a glitch, man.
Yeah. Well,
Except
I try. I try to run my Madden leagues without glitches, and that's a full-time job in itself, man.
No, you're not gonna get that, man. You're always gonna have that one cat in your league that's gonna be sitting there on YouTube. Now I'm gonna do this and do these little glitch plays because right now the biggest glitch right now is these daggone these bubble screens where the guy just step back and just throw it to the line of scrimmage and you can barely get the guy to get in front of him. And
no!
When you do get in front of them, they drop the picks all the time. So it's some glitchy plays out there. The halfback swing, it's a bunch of glitchy plays on that game.
Yeah, the halfback, the stretch play, the one that kills me the most is the post, man. The post routes, post and corner routes,
and that the corner deal. Please don't get me started on this corner route. at least I can control a safety to get to the middle of the field. It's like you can't even like when they run that corner route. They're supposed to let you click on the closest player to the route, right? But it never lets you click on that player. It's like you click on the player underneath, you click on the player in the flat, but you can never get the player that's above him to bring down to actually make the plays. That's the biggest glitch in that game. That's why they try to do. They put these little features in there to offset that a little bit, but it's not gonna change, man.
Right.
It's not
I think we talked about this last time, but I just want to put it back up there for Smash because he's such a fan of Madden. But the X Factor's been leaked, and they're confirmed because everything that's been leaked is slowly being confirmed by EA. So this is a leak.
I'm pissed. That one right there. See that one right there? Garbage.
Which one?
That there.
The Avalanche?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I'll read it out. It says Avalanche. There are tacklers, and then there are these guys. When they enter the zone, any successful hit stick, since Smash love hit sticks.
I can't stand that hit stick, boy.
Made while running towards the line of scrimmage, which they're always running towards the line of scrimmage. The defender.
The running back has to run there. I mean, result in a fumble. Come on, man.
We result in a fumble.
I mean, you had NFL players laughing this off, man. Like, come on, man. When does this actually? When do you the hit stick? First of all, when do you see so many fumbles from a collision like this? You don't see it. It doesn't occur as often as it does in this game. No. So I don't know why they keep doing it.
Yeah, and that should be in them little play games when you like blitz or something. That's when you need a hit stick and a fumble.
And you know what? Or game. It used to be fun. I'm not gonna lie. In game day, when they had those rain games, the games where it was lightning and stormy. If you hit somebody hard, lightning hit the field and they automatically fumbled. That was cool then too.
And then you see right there, you got that Vanguard. I mean, this is
Yeah, this is the one I'm excited about because this is all I'm going to do all game long.
No, man, this is terrible. I'm gonna trade my whole team off just to get me a whole bunch of Vanguard linemen, and then I'll fill around them.
Yeah, yeah, because when they enter the zone, they automatically wins the block.
Yeah,
so that means defenders are on the floor.
Pancaking everybody. Yeah. So now you
they tell you all this now.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. It's going to be allotted to certain players, but what's going to happen like this? Like I'm saying, I'm going to go. I'm making a point of mine when we start our dynasty, start our franchise. Right, I'm going to go get me a whole bunch of linemen with that Vanguard, and then we're just going to bulldoze everybody. And it doesn't matter if I got a 68 overall running back there. They're going to pancake everybody.
Yeah, it don't matter who you got back there.
Yeah,
so that's crazy, man.
Or the running back is Vanguard.
I can't play it, man.
Yeah.
No, it's actually for running backs.
For the fullback.
Yeah. So yeah.
I just go get me. I run that tight formation with the two fullbacks in front.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think they overthink this game. It's just I like just make some players hot. Like I would rather see a player get hot. Like if you're having a really good game and you say you like an 80, just go ahead and give them a 10-point boost because they hot, right? Make them a 90.
Right.
Versus all this gimmicky avalanche and X Factor crap because it's ridiculous, man. Right now, Smash, we just played the other day, and
that was hilarious.
The guy had San Francisco, right? The dude has 9 of his 11 players. 9 of his 11 players are either X Factors or superstars. So they all got these great ability traits, right? And anything you doing, he can kind of stop it. Defensive ends is totally unstoppable. If you make one stop in the backfield with one of these X Factor defensive ends, you might as well hang it up. It's over with. And there's no reason, no way that lineman is going to block them. So I don't see what they're going to do for the lineman to kind of counteract that mess because it's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous.
That's why I don't like it. I like where you got to have some type of, not a lot, but just a little smidgen of football knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Because like even when I remember when college football was in its heyday and you used to have tournaments, man, I used to go in tournaments with a piece of paper like I was really playing, like I was really coaching. So if they ran this play, I'd be like, oh, okay, I need to run this play 2-3 zone or whatever. I need to do this to compensate what they running. I used to have my cheat sheet and everything, just to compensate for what they were doing. But now it's like
they can't even get a simple zone correct. I mean,
yeah, that's true too.
When you can't get a simple zone to make if a quarterback rolling right, the zone's supposed to sway with that. If they're rolling left, the zone's supposed to sway with that. If there's nobody underneath, you just keep fading back. If there's somebody threatening you, like he can roll a quarterback out, right? And you spy a man, and the damn spy just stand there and wait for him to cross the line of scrimmage before he attacks the man. Don't get me started. I only play Madden because there's nothing else to play, and they know it. So,
but I did like Madden, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when the Redskins, this is way back, but when they had Darryl Green, Dion, and Champ Bailey on the same team.
My favorite was, I would say,
because them DBs, that was crucial.
93 was probably my favorite Madden.
Ooh, all the way back there.
93?
Yeah, that was my favorite.
That was like pixelated Madden though.
Yeah.
You didn't know it. It looked crystal clear to you. It's pixelated now, but it was, I don't know, because we
93?
Yeah, man. That Madden was.
No, I had to be before. I mean, after that.
I remember because I remember sitting there. We used to when I first moved to Houston, we used to go. My cousin and I used to always go up to the car wash and play Madden all the time. And it just was the best Madden. I guess because we had so much competition going, and it was just fun. But I just remember that being the best Madden. I mean, the DBs, the defensive backs would actually cover. If you had a skill player that had speed, he had speed. You could roll a quarterback out and a damn defensive tackle outrun you.
Right.
Make a tackle going around the corner. It's like it was realistic. It was, now don't get me wrong, it was pixelated, but we didn't know it at the time.
Right.
But
I don't know. Ooh, I have to say 05 or 06. What's the one that had the QB vision?
That was terrible. I don't know why.
I hated that one too.
I hated that, man.
That was another garbage one.
I won so much money off of that. So much money.
But I bet you picked the quarterback who had the big passing coach.
Oh, I was the coach all the time.
Exactly. So that didn't make any sense when you had somebody who had a terrible quarterback and the cone was like this big.
Yeah, right.
That's their fault. Tom Brady was on the other side. They could have picked that team.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible, man.
Man,
that's terrible.
Yeah, Madden is low on my bar now.
Man, he hadn't bought it in years. Like he has been steadfast on that for years. But I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for this golf. That's what I'm waiting on.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm waiting on. We need to review that next week.
Oh, I'm already getting it.
We need to review that.
Okay, yeah, that's coming. No, that's coming out in August.
Look, it come out the same week as the Madden come out.
When it come out, I'm gonna put on my golf clothes just to play it on the couch.
You taking a day off from work and everything out.
You gonna put your clubs next to you?
Yep. Ready. Should I get the 9? Yeah,
hey,
ready.
Dude, that's how you know he got big money. He got golf clubs.
He got golf clubs. You don't keep saying that. You don't keep saying that.
Man, you gotta play golf. We're gonna have the Toggle Brothers golf tournament here soon.
Right.
Okay.
Some type of way. I'm trying to think about it.
Gio, you're gonna have to go ahead and buy down. You'll be the first Puerto Rican that's playing golf. So
I'll do it.
Don't worry.
I need somebody to beat Gio.
hey. I play baseball, so I might be good in golf.
No, I'm saying like I need somebody to beat. I don't beat a lot of people at golf, so I need somebody.
Oh man. Any closing remarks, Smash?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Just forget Madden. I think they need to come out with something. But I do have this. I will say this though. I think because y'all opened me up to some stuff on this WNBA tonight. I think this would be. I'm on the fence because it's 50-50. I think it would be a good opportunity for these hip hop people, rap people, however you want to call them, but people like Diddy to invest in this WNBA and try to own a team there and make it popular. But then the other side of me feels like it's a bad business move from what y'all were saying about the marketing stuff. But I feel like there's a way we gotta pump up this WNBA some type of way.
That's just like saying I'm gonna put a liquor store in Beverly Hills. It's just not on, it's just not gonna be the wisest of investments, bro.
But as I leave, I will say this for CP that's not here tonight.
Okay, bye.
That's for CP that's not here tonight.
That's ideal. I mean, for the listeners, and the viewers, appreciate y'all taking your time out and watching the show. I mean, make sure you got send your guys comments and thoughts and different tips, and send me some cheat codes so I can use on Madden. Well, other than that, I don't have nothing, man. I'm just glad sports is back. I'm glad we get to that next cycle of when the new games are coming out. So I'm excited about that. But it's been fun.
Yep. And it's been over 100 something odd days, and Miss Taylor's Killers are still out.
Yep. Let's not forget that at all.
Yep. All right, guys, and we're out.